Is the budget HyperX Cloud Stinger worth buying, or should you save up and get something more expensive like the HyperX Cloud II? Well, let's start off with an overview of what these two devices have in common and what's different. So both of these devices are headsets, meaning that they work as headphones and they have a microphone attached to them. The 3.5mm cable is non-detachable on both. They both have pretty soft leatherette padding, so comfort isn't going to be an issue on either of these. And now for what's different. First of all, the Cloud II sounds way better than the Stinger. It's not even close, and there's really nothing that you can do to the Stinger in EQ, whatever program you have, to make it sound anywhere close to the Cloud II. This is just way clearer. I'll talk more about that in the headphone audio quality section. Now the Cloud II comes with this USB audio controller. You would plug the 3.5mm headphone jack plug into there, and then you can adjust the system volume with these buttons right here. You'll be able to change the microphone volume here. You can mute the mic on the side. And then you can press the 7.1 surround sound button. It'll turn red when it's active. Now the Stinger does not come with a control box. Instead it comes with a splitter. So you put the 3.5mm jack plug into here. And then this red plug is for the mic. And then this is for the headphone, the green. Now on console, you don't need to worry about that. Just the 3.5mm jack plug by itself. You can just plug it right into the PS4 controller. Just like this. And on PS4, that's all you need for the headphones and the mic. Now on a laptop, sometimes the mic won't be recognized if you're just using this plug. So what I would suggest, if you have a laptop and you're looking into the Stinger, then you might want to get the Cloud Stinger S, because this comes with a USB connector, and also you can do the 7.1 virtual surround sound on PC if you use the HyperX Ingenuity software. But I talked about that in a different video. We're just going to focus on the base Stinger for now. Now the Cloud II, the mic is removable. The Stinger's mic is not removable, but it can be muted by tilting it up. It'll make this click. And then that means it's muted. Now as for the build, the Cloud II is made mostly of aluminum, including the entire adjustment bracket, so it's very sturdy, and the cushions are even softer than the Stinger, so it ends up being even more comfortable. The Stinger is made almost completely of plastic. Now I don't know exactly what material the side is made out of right here. All I know is that whatever paint they have chips off pretty easily. You see this little scuff right here. I've been using the Cloud II a lot when I play Warzone. And just for general day-to-day use, I've been testing all these different headsets, and I go back and forth and back and forth. But yeah, this was like a minor ding. I think I just like bumped it on this boom arm right here when I was putting it back. So just, be aware of that. Now I bought my HyperX Cloud II for $92 and my Cloud Stinger for $50. To see current pricing on both of these devices, I have links to them in the description. All right, now here's some sample audio from both microphones, and for reference, right now I'm using the Razer Siren Elite. Microphone test with the HyperX Cloud II, using it with the USB controller, and it has the latest firmware 0010, so that it will be compatible with the PS4. Keyboard typing with the HyperX Cloud II, little bit of background noise, and this is what this device sounds like, HyperX Cloud II. Microphone test with the HyperX Cloud Stinger plugged into my PC using the splitter. I have one cable for the mic input and then one for the headphone audio. This is the HyperX Cloud Stinger. Keyboard typing with the HyperX Cloud Stinger, background noise test. This is the HyperX Cloud Stinger. Now the Cloud Stinger sounded better in the test that I performed, which makes a lot of sense. I've been reviewing quite a few headsets, and it's pretty common that when you have to go through some sort of USB controller, that it compresses the audio of the microphone. But the Stinger is using a splitter, so it doesn't get compressed. The sound is more full overall. It doesn't sound quite as muffled and nasally. But yeah, neither of these sound good, and that's just how headset microphones are. There's not really a lot of room for a capsule in here. There's not really a lot of room for any parts. I don't know if a good headset microphone actually exists, but a lot of people actually use the mic on these. So, all right, now for the most important part of this review, the headphone audio quality. When it comes to headphone audio quality, the Cloud II is far clearer. Now, I'm not good at Call of Duty Warzone by any stretch, but these are my go-to for Warzone because the sound profile is tuned perfectly for FPS games, the detail is excellent, and they're comfortable enough to wear for marathon sessions. Now getting into the sound profile, the bass is stronger than the Cloud Stinger, but the Cloud II is not a bass-heavy headset. It has a boost in the upper mid and high frequencies. That's great for footsteps, but it can get jarring listening to music and playing games with high-pitched sounds. So what I do for Call of Duty Warzone is I just use the stock sound, what it sounds like right out the box. But when I'm playing other games or listening to music, I use a free program called Equalizer APO with the piece extension to boost the bass and drop the highs a bit so they're not as harsh, and this gives a much more immersive experience. The Cloud Stinger sounds muffled in comparison to the Cloud II. You can still perform well with them, but when there are a lot of sounds at the same time, picking out specific ones can be difficult. The Stinger's bass doesn't hit very hard, but it is a more low-end oriented sound profile. Highs are toned down, so sounds like boosters and glass breaking doesn't sound as harsh as on the Cloud II. Now with my PC's headphone jack, not sure how yours is, my Cloud II gets a lot louder. Now in my other videos, I've spoken ad nauseum about how I dislike virtual surround sound, so I'm not even going to get into it in this video. I always keep it off, doesn't help for FPS games anyway. So my verdict is this: the Cloud II is pretty much better in every way than the Cloud Stinger, which makes sense considering the price. And I highly recommend it to anyone playing FPS games. Now if you're wondering about the Cloud Alpha and Cloud Alpha S, I also have videos on those. Now if you're on a budget, I still recommend scouting around for a sale on the HyperX Cloud II. It came out way back in 2015, so a lot of times you can find it for way under the price that it originally sold for. But if the price is still too high, then the HyperX Cloud Stinger is a decent budget headset. It's not great, but I do like it better than the Razer Black Shark V2X. And it is really comfortable. Links to both of these headsets are in the description.